Hi, I'm Renita, and this is Renita Reads. Today's story is Strange Visitor, written by me, Renita Boyle, illustrated by Mike Abel for older primary kids. It's published by Curly Tail Books. Strange Visitor. In a cottage in the woods on a cold, dark night, an old woman sat by the fireside. She rocked and sipped her tea and wished she had some company. The wind blew, woo! The door creaked, and in came some flat, fat feet. Thud, thud, thud. How strange, said the woman as she shut the door. She rocked and sipped her tea and wished she had some company. Flames flickered. The door creaked, and in came some very hairy legs with some nibbling, knobbling knees. They sat on the fat, flat feet on the floor. How strange, said the woman as she shut the door. She sat by the fire, and she rocked and she sipped her tea. She wished she had some company. Thunder boomed, ba-boom, ba-boom. The door creaked, and in came some wiggly, jiggly hips. They sat on the very hairy legs with the nibbling, knobbling knees on the fat, fat feet on the floor. How strange, said the old woman as she shut the door. Can you shut the door? She rocked and sipped her tea and wished she had some company. Lightning flash! The door creaked, and in came a rumbly-tumbly-tum. It sat on the wiggly-jiggly hips, on the very hairy legs, with the nibbly-knobbly knees, on the fat, flat feet on the floor. How peculiar, said the old woman as she shut the door. She rocked and sipped her tea and wished she had some company. Windows rattled. The door creaked, and in came broad shoulders with sugary-wiggly arms. They sat on the rumbly-tumbly-tum, on the wiggly-jiggly hips, on the very hairy legs, with the nibbly-knobbly knees that sat on the fat, flat feet on the floor. Thump! How strange, said the old woman. She shut the door. She rocked and sipped her tea. Oh, she wished she had some company. Rain pattered. The door creaked. In came some tickly-wickly hands, and they sat themselves on the sugary-wiggly arms, on the broad shoulders, with the rumbly-tumbly-tum, on the wiggly-jiggly hips, on the very hairy legs, with the nibbly-knobbly knees, that sat on the fat, flat feet on the floor. How bizarre, said the old woman as she shut the door. She rocked and sipped her tea. She wished she had some company. Hail clattered. The door creaked. In came a big, ugly head. It sat on the broad shoulders with the sugary-wiggly arms and the tickly-wickly hands, with the rumbly-tumbly-tum on the wiggly-jiggly hips, on the very hairy legs, with the nibbly-knobbly knees that sat on the fat, flat feet on the floor. Oh, how strange, said the old woman as she shut the door. She rocked and rocked and sipped her tea and wondered at her company. "Why do you have such fat, flat feet?" she said.
Much stomping, he stomped as he nodded his head.
"Why do you have such a nibbling, nobbling knees?"
Much kneeling, he said with a sneeze. Achoo!
"Why do you have such a wiggly, jiggly hips?"
Oh, much dancing, he said with a skip.
"Why do you have such dangly, wangly arms?"
Much grabbing,
he said with sinister charm. "Why do you have such a rumbly, tumbly tum?"
Much munching, oh, yum.
"Why have you come? What will you do?"
"Oh, it's time for my supper, and I've come for you."
But I wonder, do you wonder, who ate who? The end. Strange Visitor by Renita Boyle and Mike Abel from a very old Scottish folk tale. So I have told it in Scots in the back for you to enjoy too. So you can enjoy this with your family, you can enjoy it in your classroom, or you can have a go yourself at all the Scots. And in the book, you can also find out a little bit about me, a little bit about Mike, and a little bit more about Curly Tail Books. I hope you've enjoyed this twitchy tale of a wild old woman, wide-eyed cat, wild weather, and the weird appearance of a very strange visitor. See you next time on Renita Reads.